Yeah, Sammy, we'll make sure we meet up tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. Hey, I gotta meet Chris right now. Having a meeting here. Okay, we'll see you later, man. Bye-bye. How's it going, man?
Hey, good to see you.
That's awesome. Hey, well, you know, I'm just so excited about dinner. Having dinner. Chris is making dinner for us, and we can just connect again here. Just love some of the things we're talking about, you know, and just the whole church at large, and how there's this just unrestricted.
Yeah.
It's just like this wide open. There's just no boundaries as to what we can do in this internet age. You know, I think we were talking the other day where we can meet anybody, anywhere on the planet at any time.
Yeah, exactly.
What were you mentioning about that yesterday?
Yeah, I think I had some further thoughts. I think we talked about it a bit more, you know, in the last few days. And one of the things that had kind of come to mind was the fact that, you know, the scripture you had shared about not forsaking the gathering of God's people, and how this actually validates and actually heightens that ability to share community with people anywhere in the world. You know, we can be connected over the internet, and we can be plugged into worship services, you know, on the other side of the globe.
Right.
And connecting with teaching just about anywhere in the world today can all be done over the internet, and how that really has, I think that's magnified the perspective of that passage.
Wow. Well, one of the things that you said there was community. So you were saying that we're not replacing getting together, connecting with people, but we can do it in different ways. You can even do it through Skype or telephone or FaceTime on iPhones. Yeah. But yet the best way is this type here, but there is other ways to do it.
Absolutely. And I don't think any of, you know, the ideas and some of these new concepts, I don't think you can't replace, you know, doing friendship and community and face-to-face gathering with people. And I don't get the feeling that anybody's trying to, you know, propose that as a complete substitute.
Wow. Yeah, I just kind of just consider this scripture. We've messed around with this scripture and just celebrated this scripture for years, and I always get so jazzed by this part of it where Jesus talks about in Matthew 10, verse 7, as you go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand, heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, cast out demons, but as you go. That's just like a mobile church. This is even as we use our phones and computer and just anywhere we are. We are the church on the move versus just say, hey, church, come to us. That works too, but there's so much more where we're taking and being the church wherever we go.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just gotta you're kind of one of those guys that love stats and research and George Barna, you've been following him, that great church statistician.
Yeah, so I mean, one of the books that sort of got me going on this was George Barna's book Revolution, and he was copywritten back in 2005. So I mean, some of the things are maybe a little bit dated as far as the statistics go. But if you're not familiar with George Barna, he would be considered the statistic kind of the expert in this area and around church statistics, and so this is back in 2001, so it's back a little while ago. But this is some of the things that he was talking about back then. He says the report, this project they did, the report projects that within this decade, as many as 50 million individuals may rely solely upon the internet to provide all of their faith-based experiences.
Wow.
And so I mean, even going back a good number of years, he was looking at this saying this is becoming more and more of a trend within the faith-based communities that he looks at.
Wow, that's phenomenal. And hey, we talked about anywhere, you know, to be connected. You can be connected with Bethel, Morning Star. You can be connected with ministries that are doing projecting podcasts. Yeah. I think it's important that as we just referred to the scripture here, heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, cast out demons, that, you know, apostolically we're connected, where we're encouraged, empowered to just do it as we go, wherever we are, to, you know, just have a prophetic word, a encouraging word wherever we are, trust God, and so when we're all the more as we see that day approaching, we're connecting, not forsaking, but we're gathering and doing this stuff all the more as we see that day approaching. And So I mean, these are phenomenal days,
Yeah,
Chris.
no kidding.
Man, you know, this is what I think it's kind of like a day you've been waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, we can be connected with thousands of people even just through this video. I mean, this is fulfilling the mandate of that scripture of not forsaking the gathering.
That's phenomenal.
You know, it's just the reality of that, and almost on the move. You know, we can be mobile and gathering with people at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just like the possibilities are now endless.
Yeah, yeah. And one of the things that I've been kind of really pumped about too is like the digital nomads. And I want to talk about that somewhere in the future where people can create finances no matter where they are on the planet. If they want to be in Thailand, Cambodia, where you're doing a great work there, you know, just that battle against the human trafficking, where we can create finances to do the gospel work, and more money can go in and to save houses and just really caring for the kids. And so we'll talk about more of that. It's endless. But hey, but right now, it's time for dinner.
Yes.
So hey, why don't we just enjoy dinner? I think your wife's showing up here, Jane. I just love Jane, and man, and we can do anything. It's all things are possible.
That's right.
And it's possible to eat right now. So hey, the next time, we can't wait to meet you, maybe in an arena somewhere. Have a great week.